The gospel is a story of healing. It is a miracle of healing. But the gospel that we read today must be read with insight. A woman came asking the Lord to help her daughter possessed by an unclean spirit. The answer of the Lord is that it was not right to take the children's bread and give it to the dogs. Sounds out of this world. Why did Jesus answer the woman that way? It is not right to take the children's bread and give it to the dogs. This is a shocking statement. Let me tell you something about dogs. I have a dog. The name of my dog is Dollar. During the time of the Lord, the dog was not the well-loved guardian that it is today. To be honest, during the time of Jesus, the dog was a symbol of dishonor. I'm sorry for the dog lovers, but I'm just telling facts here. I also love dogs. To the Greeks, the word dog meant a shameless and audacious woman. It was used exactly with the connotation that, I'm sorry, there's a bad word that I have to say here. The dog is equivalent to the word bitch. And to the dogs, or to the Jews, the word dog was a term of contempt. That is why, do not give dogs what is holy. The Jewish dog was in fact sometimes a Jewish term of contempt for the Gentiles. The Jews sometimes would call the Gentiles dogs. No matter how you look at it, the term dog for them is an insult. So how do we explain the use of the term dog here by Jesus? Number one, our Lord did not use the usual word. He did not use the usual word. He used a diminutive word that described not the wild dogs of the streets, but the little pet dogs of the house. And in Greek, diminutives or small things or small dogs, they are characteristically affectionate dogs. And Jesus took the sting out of the word. The second, without a doubt, the tone of voice of Jesus made all the difference. The same word can be a deadly insult, and it can also be an affectionate address. Depends on the tone of the... That's why when you speak, the tone of your voice will also reveal the kind of emotion that, like for example, if I say, stupid, but with a smile, foolish. But if I said, stupid, that's another. Foolish, that's another. So when the Lord said, do not give to dogs what is holy, you look at the tone of the voice. We can call a man stupid. We can call a man nonsense in a voice of contempt. But there is also the voice of affection. And the tone of the voice of Jesus took all the poison out of the word, because it was the voice of affection, not the voice of contempt. So be careful how you say things, because you can be insulting some people. Contempt, affection, let us be aware of this all the time. And finally, in any event, Jesus did not close the door to the woman. First, he said, the children must be fed, meaning the the Jews. But only first, there is food left for the household pets. It is true that Israel had the first offer of salvation, but only the first. There were others still to come, like the Gentiles, like us. So, my dear brothers and sisters, finally, notice the sunny disposition of the woman. In spite of her concern for her sick daughter, this woman did not lose her sense of humor. She could still crack jokes. Her faith was tested, but her faith was real, and her prayer was answered. My dear brothers and sisters, a person may have learned to enjoy the sublime, the beautiful, the useful, the orderly, but he has missed something if the person has not also learned to enjoy the incongruous, the elusive, the stupid, the unexpected. Humor is the frank enjoyment of the imperfect. It is the frank enjoyment of the imperfect. Its objects are not so high, but there is more of them. So let's stop worrying a lot. Let's imitate the faith of the woman. You know, worry, the reason why worry could kill more people than work is because more people worry than work. The beginning of worry is the end of faith. The beginning of faith is the end of worry. Amen.